I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.
So the Galaxy Z Fold is the most innovative device that you could buy today. But you know what? LG tried to give you the best of both worlds. Big screen flagship device with dual screen support. Well, I got the LG V60 here with the dual screen. Is it worth looking at today if you want to get into a dual screen device at a very good price? Well, let's go pound for pound with both of these devices and see which one comes out on top. So sit back and relax and get your popcorn ready and follow me on this journey. Let's go.
I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb.
What's up, guys? This is Eric back with another video. So the LG V60 is a dual screen device and it's one of my daily drivers, right? In some ways, it's better than the Galaxy Z Fold 3. That's what I'm using here, the Galaxy Z Fold 3. Well, let's break this down into 6 categories: design, performance, software support, right? Cameras, price, and battery life. Again, in this comparison, I'm using the LG V60 with the dual display, and I'm using the Galaxy Z Fold 3. So let's see which one is gonna be King Supreme. Let's go. So coming in at number 1, design. The Galaxy Z Fold 3 is an absolute beautiful piece of technology. It's engineered to perfection. I really do like it, by the way. From the front, the back, and to the end of the display. When the look and feel when you hold this device, it is absolutely gorgeous, premium. Look, it's no doubt that Samsung is on the top of the game when it comes down to the Galaxy Z Fold 3. But you know what? Hold on a second. Looking at the LG V60 is a very versatile device, right? With a normal smartphone here, that's a flagship, and you get added value when you add the dual display. So this brings the LG V60 to the next level. But you know what? Pound for pound, the Galaxy Z Fold 3 wins in this category. But make no mistake about it, when it comes down to durability, the LG V60 with the dual display is way better for drops and falls. And the reason why is because of the way the case is made. So if you drop this, you're more likely not to break it versus the Galaxy Z Fold 3. So, but in this category of design, I would give the win to the Galaxy Z Fold 3. Next, let's talk about performance. On paper, the Galaxy Z Fold 3 wins in the spec department. 888 processor, 12 gigs of RAM. I have the 512 gigs of storage, no SD card support, nothing like that, right? This phone got 5 cameras on here, 120 hertz display. I mean, it has the latest UI from Samsung, the best UI that Samsung has to offer besides the Galaxy Z Fold 4 that's coming out. The Z Fold 3 is the best folding device on paper, but it is missing some stuff that the LG V60 has. The LG V60 does have the A65 processor, which is a flagship processor with 8 gigs of RAM. So on paper, the Z Fold 3 wins, right? Well, you got to remember, the LG V60 brings some stuff to the table that the Galaxy Z Fold 3 does not. Headphone jack with a quad DAC, best in the industry, right? You have SD card support. Again, the Z Fold 3 doesn't have that. If you buy LG V60, you're gonna get power brick in a box. You know, using both of these devices, I'm able to play games and multitasking on both of them with no complaints. But on the LG V60, you get a much better gaming experience using the full top display for looking at the game and using the bottom display for full control support. Look, I have no issues playing games on either device at high settings. Look, the Galaxy Z Fold 3 has the highest specs, right? But I don't see no huge difference in performance here. But going through the UI and open up some apps, you do see just a little tab of smoothness on the Z Fold 3 compared to the LG V60 because of the 120 hertz. It's a little tab smoother. And you know what? It's not by much, but pound for pound, I'm going to give the performance to the Galaxy Z Fold 3 just because of the 120 hertz and it's a little tap smoother than the LG V60. Let's talk about the software experiences between both of these devices. And here where it comes down to personal preference. And you got to remember, this is Android. You can make your device look like anything you want. All you have to do is install launchers. You can make your phone look however you want. But in this comparison, I'm using stock launches on both devices. So both devices is on Android 12 with July security patches as of me recording this video. The Galaxy Z Fold 3 will get more support when it comes down to future updates versus the LG V60. So let me break this down. First of all, both devices support pin input. The LG V60 supports pin input on both devices compared to the Z Fold 3 that only supports the pin on the larger display. The cover display doesn't have pin support. Just keep that in mind. Both devices has desktop mode. The Galaxy Z Fold 3 has DeX and the LG V60 has what's called Screen Plus. Now you could use it with a cord or you could use it wirelessly. But I would say this, that Samsung DeX is miles ahead of Screen Plus when it comes down to the desktop experience. Now, I mean, it's each his own here, but DeX is miles ahead. But when it comes down to multitasking, I really like the LG V60. I believe it's miles ahead of the Z Fold 3, utilizing two 6.8-inch displays, which is you have more real estate to view more content versus the split screen multitasking on the Z Fold 3. But the Z Fold 3 doesn't have a huge split down the middle of the display. So the viewing experience is a lot better when it comes down to if you want to see a huge display, period. But using the LG V60 with the dual display, it's bigger in size overall because it has bigger displays than the Z Fold 3. Believe it or not, when you close it up, it's much slimmer, right, than the Z Fold 3. This is slimmer than the Z Fold 3. And the weight is about the same. This is weird, right? The weight is the same, and the LG V60 is much slimmer than the Z Fold 3. Looking at the cover display and looking at the outer display here, right, that you can use on the V60, I could tell you got a huger display here. Both devices has its pros and cons, but pound for pound, I'm going to give it a tie because the Galaxy Z Fold 3 wins with longer support, a seamless experience, right? Don't have that huge split down the middle. The LG V60 wins in better gaming experience, right? Better multitasking, a larger display compared to the cover display on the Z Fold 3. But I'm going to call this category a tie because it's, again, it can go both ways. It's all personal preference. Okay, so let's talk about the cameras on both of these devices. On paper, the Galaxy Z Fold 3 wins again, right? But the LG V60 is no slouch. But you know what? I'm going to let y'all guys see these cameras in action and let you be the judge for yourself. So check this out.
The Chosen.
All right, guys, so here it is, the LG V60 and the Galaxy Z Fold 3. Look, we have years apart here on both of these devices, so you're definitely going to see some differences here. But I'm using both of these devices in 4K. Also, both of these devices is in regular mode. Now, we all know that the LG V60 and the Galaxy Z Fold does have Pro Mode features. But in this test, I just want to test the regular features here on this device. Obviously, you can dig a lot deeper into Pro Mode on both of these devices, but for the person that just opened up the camera app and hit the record button, this is what you're going to see here between both of these devices. All right, so this is the front-facing camera on both of these devices. Look, the LG V60 front-facing camera was never that great, so I am kind of fine of it not being as good as something like the Galaxy Z Fold 3. But it's not as bad. I do see the highlights kind of blow it out a little bit on the LG V60, but it's not so bad. The background is totally destroyed on the LG V60, not like how on the Z Fold 3 cameras. And I've always said is that the Z Fold cameras are really good. So here it is, the Z Fold 3 cameras versus the LG V60. You be the judge for yourself. Both of them look really good. I prefer the Galaxy Z Fold 3 cameras in regular mode, right? But once you put it in a pro mode, you can dial in some differences and stuff like that. But this is the front-facing camera. So pound for pound, I want to give the win to the Galaxy Z Fold 3. It's better in my opinion. Look, I've been a believer of the Fold 3 cameras for a very long time, especially in the front-facing camera. It beats the LG V60 in overall quality. That's in auto mode. Now, both devices does have manual mode, but I believe in manual mode, the LG V60 will win in the manual mode department, plus with the audio and the headphone jacks and better controls. But in audio mode and pound for pound for the person that's going to open up the device and open up the camera app and hit record or take photos, I believe that the Galaxy Z Fold 3 wins here. Next, let's talk about the price. That's no competition here, right? The LG V60 with the dual display wins. The LG V60 is like 300 bucks. The dual display is like 150 bucks. You could get the whole package here for about 450 bucks. The Galaxy Z Fold 3 is still upper tiers of over $1,000. Even with the price drop, pound for pound, the LG V60 go win when it comes down to price value. Next, let's talk about battery life. The Z Fold 3 is a 4400 milliamp battery and it's borderline trash. I mean, I'm getting 4 to 5 hours of screen on time at best to light to medium use. Look, the battery on this device is not that great. If you heavy multitask on the Z Fold 3, you're gonna get like 3 hours, 3.5 hours of screen on time. You know, this is where the LG V60 kills the Galaxy Z Fold 3 with its huge 5,000 milliamp battery. The LG V60 is great, 7 to 8 hours of screen on time with ease, even with the dual display. It's no competition here. If you want a device that's going to get you through the day, all day with heavy use, medium to heavy use, the LG V60 is your device. Pound for pound, when it comes down to battery life, the LG V60 wins. So out of the 6 categories, the Galaxy Z Fold 3 wins, right? Supposed to win overall in design, performance, and cameras. I give it a tie in software and support. The LG V60 wins in price and battery life, and it was a tie in software and support. So overall, on paper, in this comparison, the Galaxy Z Fold 3 wins. But it's supposed to win. It's an over $1,000 device compared to the V60, right? But my personal preference, I like the LG V60 because it's better at multitasking. The bigger displays is great for me. The weight is about what and what. The battery life is over the top. And I like the great performance of the LG V60. That's what I like. So there you have it. Check this out. If you want to see the LG V60 go against the Galaxy S22 Ultra, click the video right here and I'll be in the comments. Click this video right here if you want to see the LG V60 go against the Galaxy S22 Ultra. This is Eric. See you guys on the next video. Peace.